Hey guys, I hope you're doing well today. I haven't done a get ready with me in a very long time, but my friend Angela, or Beauti By Angela, here on YouTube, she reached out to me and wanted to do a Halloween Glam collab, and first I was like, oh, does this mean like a creative look? And she's like, no, just a glam look. And I think Halloween Glam is so fun because you can get creative with it, and you can also just use like orangey tones or just Halloween colors, which I kind of just went for more orangey tones for this look because I'm not the greatest at like super creative makeup, but I'm wondering what Angela's gonna come up with, and I'm super excited to see what she does. But I know you guys should really check out Angela's video, of course, but also her channel because she does so many videos. She is a lot better at uploading than I am. She's much more consistent, and she has a really nice variety of videos. She's your project planner. She also does get ready with me videos, reviews, and I think you guys would really enjoy her. Here's my Halloween glam look. I went for more orangey tones on the upper lid, and on the lower lash line I went for some shimmery greens. I did glowy skin as usual because that's just my aesthetic, and then I went for a more brown toned nude lip. But anyway, if you want to see Angela's look and how to create her look, please check out her channel. And if you want to see how to create my look, then just keep watching. We're just getting up close and personal right now. I decided to zoom in so you guys can get a better look on what I'm doing with my eyes. So first, I'm going to... I already primed my eyes and set my eye primer with a powder, so I'm going to apply a cream shadow on my lids. You guys know the drill. If you've been here for a while, I like to use cream shadows to make my eyeshadows pop. They don't necessarily need that. I have nice eyeshadows, but I just like to give them a little extra boost. So I'm just putting this on my lid area. And this guy's a little nub right here. I'm so close to finishing this one up, but I do actually have a backup of this. Since this is a Halloween glam look, I want to go for an orangey lid, and I'm going to go into this Violet Voss. This is one of their fun size palettes. It's so cute. It's their Le Macaron eyeshadow palette. And here are what the colors in here look like. I really like it. I think it is a really beautiful all shimmer palette, but I'm going to use this orangey shade right here. I am going to spray it with a little bit of rose spray, or just use whatever spray you have. You can use water, setting spray, whatever you got. But I'm going to apply this to my lid. And I do like this Violet Voss shadow, but I feel like it takes a lot of building up. Like, it's super pretty and metallic, but I just feel like I have to reach into it several times. So let's talk about some fall-y things. Have you guys been doing anything fun for fall? I actually had some of my college friends up last weekend, and we did all the basic bitch fall stuff. It was so much fun. We went to a little festival nearby, and then we went to an apple festival after the other festival got a little bit more boring. The first one was just kind of like in a little village in our area, and there were like a couple of vendors, and we got like a food truck. There's a food truck. We got some really good Mexican food. That was delicious. But it was just kind of like a little bit boring, very laid back. So we went to the apple festival in our area, so that was fun. I bought an apple for Sassy, who, if you don't know, Sassy is my horse. I have a horse channel, which I mention at the end of all my videos. It is C&K Equestrian. You can check it out. But I decided to get a little apple for Sassy, and she loved it. She was a mess when she ate it. She got it everywhere, but I gave that to her the next day. But back to the fall-y things we did. So we did the festival, like the village festival thing, an apple festival, which we just kind of walked around, and they had a bunch of like apple desserts, which was nice. And then later we just hung out, rode like dirt bikes and stuff. I didn't. I tried to get on for a few seconds and I failed. I just got scared, so I just kind of hung back and watched everyone else do it. But then we went to a corn maze at night, and that was so much fun. My boyfriend and another girl's husband split up, and they ended up winning. There was like 6 of us, and of course those 2 boys just wanted to go together, and then it was me, 3 other girls, and one of the girls' boyfriends, and it was like 5 against 2 basically, and of course the 2 won. But then we just went back and hung out at my friend Angela's house and just drank a little bit, and it was just fun. So those were like the fall things that we did last weekend. And I'm going into my very dirty Morphe and Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette. I recently posted my Pan That palette, so you can check it out. I'll link it up in the cards, but I'm going to go into more of the orangey tones over here, and you guys get a sneak peek at my progress. So I'm going to go into this shade, which is Creamsicle, and then I'm going to mix it with, I think this is Butter. So those are the fall things we did. Today was really nice weather. I went to the barn in the morning and I rode Sassy. I helped move some like hay and pellets and stuff for bedding, and then I helped catch a pony because she was being bad and she just didn't want to be caught because she's just a brat, but we just got her and put her in her stall for a little bit. And that was basically my day today, but the weather is so nice. I've been loving the fall weather. I got really sick of the like 90-degree heat in Pennsylvania, but today was like 60s and it was just really nice out. I feel like I'm so rusty with these like get ready with me or like talk chatty makeup videos because I haven't done one in probably 5 months at least, maybe even 6. I think the last one I did was the look with the Desi and Katie palette, and that was a really pretty look. I loved that look, but I just feel like these videos, not to sound like bratty or anything, but they take forever to film and they don't get the best views. Like normally my tutorial or get ready with me videos, they only get like 200, 300 views, maybe a little bit more depending on the look, but they just take so much time to edit and they're fun to film. I know a lot of you guys like them, so that's why I continue to post them, even though I haven't done as many lately. But if you guys have any recommendations on palettes you want me to use, or I'd also love to do a palette bingo soon. I think the last one I did was actually with the Jaclyn Hill palette. So if you guys are interested in like a palette bingo or any other tutorials, please let me know in the comments. I'm debating if I want to put more depth in my outer corner. I kind of like it like this because it's super orange. I think I'm going to go into this shade right here because it's pretty warm and it looks like it would be a fun brown to put in my outer corner. Oh, a fun update that I have is that I finally got a new computer, which is awesome. I've had the same shitty laptop for 5 years now, maybe a little bit less, but I think I got it my junior year of college, so I guess I've had it for 3 years. And it was a good laptop for me, but then it started to get so slow towards the end, which I do a lot with my laptop. I used it for school at the time, and then I also used it for video editing, and the way I have to like edit my videos on that computer, it was the biggest pain in the ass. I would have to film, which would take enough time as it is, and then I would have to convert the files, which would take hours. If I had like 2 or 3 videos that I pre-filmed, I had to convert all the files and it would take so long. It would slow down my computer. I couldn't even use it. So I would normally convert them when I went somewhere for the day, or if I like went to the barn or something, and it was just so annoying. And then I would edit on my computer on my Windows Movie Maker, which that was a fine editing system. It was very basic. There's certain things I couldn't do in it, but I actually kind of miss it because I've been using iMovie because I got a Mac. And then once I would finish editing, I would have to save it, which would take like 20 to 30 minutes depending on the video. And it was just so long, and I felt like YouTube was becoming a chore for me a little bit. And I still really like filming videos. It's just like the editing process just takes so much time and I don't love it that much. So I'm gonna highlight my brow bone with this Makeup Revolution Bake Blot powder. I bought this recently and it just looks like this. And it's basically like a matte cream shadow for me because this is just what I use. I go through matte cream powder shadows like really quickly, and I just thought I would buy like a pressed powder, and one that's a little bit thicker, and this actually does a really nice job. Just gonna highlight my brow bone. I'm gonna go back and blend over the edges. So it's been a learning curve to get used to the Mac and also iMovie. I'm starting to get the hang on iMovie, but I haven't tried anything too crazy on it yet. Kind of nervous, and I don't want my videos to be crappy. So if there's like some like editing mistakes in my videos, I try to catch them, but I'm still learning. I'm trying to get used to it, but it's just a little bit different, but I'm very happy to have like a nicer computer. I just wanted to spoil myself. I actually had my 5-year YouTube anniversary in August. It's kind of bad timing because my laptop stopped working because it stopped charging, and I didn't have a laptop for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I bought my Mac last Sunday. I love it. I'm really excited to have it. There's definitely, like I said, things that I have to get used to, but I'm happy to have it. But anyway, here's a look at the upper eyeshadow. I still have to do the rest of my face and then do the lower lash line, but I'm not honestly in love with how it looks. I feel like my shadows, I mentioned this in my Pan That Palette update, but I feel like they're just not blending like they used to. I feel like they used to blend so much better, but now I feel like they just look a little bit patchy. I'm trying my best here, but it's very orangey and very fall toned. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to do a pretty large wing, I think, and then I'm going to do my mascara and clean up underneath, and then I will be right back. So I just finished my eyes, or at least the upper part of my eyes. I still have to do my lower lash line and inner corner, but I wanted to a little bit bigger with the wings. I did still do a little bit of a larger wing, but my liner is kind of drying out. It's almost ready to be done, I feel like, probably another month or so. So I didn't get the hugest wing because it just wouldn't really draw much, and I didn't want to mess up my wing, so it's just how it is right now. So I just zoomed back out. I did put a headband on, and I haven't worn a headband in my videos in probably like at least a year or so, but I don't want to get foundation in my hair, and I just don't feel like dealing with my baby hairs right now, so I'm just going to throw the headband on and let's work on the face. So I'm not going to be using like an actual primer. I'm going to be using a liquid highlighter. This is from Becca. This is their Liquid Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. And honestly, I don't really have anything else to talk about, so I'm probably just going to talk about the products. And I don't think I've used this in a video. I think I mentioned it in a haul, but I think I was just trying it out. I'm going to be using the Milk Flex Stick Foundation. I forget the actual name of it, but it'll be in the description box. I like this. It gives me a satin to dewy finish depending on how long I wear it throughout the day. And I also did prep my skin to be extremely glowy, so I think it'll give me more of a dewy look. But this is like the most perfect match for my skin. This is in the shade Fair. I was using Shell for a while when I was a bit tanner, but I haven't really been outside during the daytime. I'm usually riding at night now because it gets dark out. And then I just haven't been self-tanning. I did buy the Ulta self-tanner and I do like it. But now I'm just going to be blending this in with the Real Technique sponge. And this is a nice foundation. It isn't my favorite foundation that I've tried. I still prefer like a liquid foundation. But the match is just so good. I don't know, but... And I normally don't go for more like pinky toned, but I think this is a more pink toned to neutral. I usually go for a more yellow toned foundation, but I think this is like the most perfect match I've found. I just added a little bit more of the foundation, but I'm actually gonna add some concealer. This is the ColourPop No Filter. It's my favorite, and I finally repurchased it after like using 2 different concealers. And it's kind of hard to talk while applying concealer. But I realized that I'm actually doing like a legit get ready with me because I'm going to be going out after this. Usually when I do get ready with me is I just do it for like filming, but I'm going to be going out with some friends. Matt and I are going to this place called, I think it's called the Beer Wall, and it is literally a wall of beers on draft, and it's awesome, and it's so cheap too. It's basically like you just get like a card and then you insert it into a little card slot, and then it'll select the beer that you want. And there's like craft beer, and there's also cheap beer, just like Bud Light. And Matt and I went there like over the summer. I think it was actually just like a month ago, but we got like 3 or 4 beers, and it was only like $6.50, and that's amazing. So we're gonna go tonight with some friends. I don't know if we're gonna go anywhere like more like a bar after, because this is more just like a brewery, but I'm excited. I haven't really seen Matt a whole lot lately because he got a new job, but it'll be fun to go out. Oh, and I didn't mean that like since Matt got a new job he's ignoring me. It's because he has to work retail hours because it's just the type of business that it is. And I work Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, so a typical like basically 9 to 5. And it's just more consistent, whereas he doesn't have a consistent schedule, so I've only been seeing him like maybe like once a week, but that's okay. I know people go a longer time without seeing their significant others, so I will be just fine. So my base is basically done, but I have to add my color products. So I am going to bronze up my face with my Becca bronzer in Capri Coast. I actually hit pan on it recently, which is crazy because I don't hit pan on bronzers very often, but I really like this bronzer. I kind of want to get like something a little bit lighter for me to use in the winter because this does work, but I do have to tap it off on my hand to make sure I don't get too much product on. So I'm just going to suck in my face and do like a light contour. Blush is going to be Milani's Luminoso. I think this is like the perfect blush to pair with this because it's like a peachy pink shade, and it ends up looking somewhat orangey on me, but it's still really pretty. Sorry for the dogs barking. I haven't been using this product lately, but I love it. It's just that I've been trying to pan other highlighters, but I pulled out my Makeup Revolution. I believe this is their Incandescent highlighter palette. Sorry, it's like very reflective. This is so pretty. I love this palette. So it has a variety of 4 different highlighters, and I think I'm going to go into this peachy one right here. And then these are some of the best highlighters that I own. They're so pretty. Like, I barely touched into the pan and it's so intense, but it looks like wet on the skin, I think. And I usually just take a big fluffy brush and blend it all together. That's a tough word to say. And I just like to do this to kind of diffuse everything. So the face is done. I will show like an overview of everything at the end, but I'm going to finish my eyes and we're going to start the lower lash line. So I'm going to go back into the Violet Voss Little Fun Size Le Macaron palette, and I'm going to go into the prettiest green shade I've ever seen. It is like a royal hunter green shade with like glitter particles in it. It is beautiful. And I did wear this the other day on my lower lash line and it was so pretty. So I'm going to get a little bit on this angled brush and I'm going to wet it just so it doesn't give me a ton of fallout. And I'm just going to apply this to my lower lash line. I'm going to focus more on the outer corner. Like, look how pretty that is. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up like and do it justice, but it is so pretty. It just reminds me of Christmas, even though this is a Halloween look. But I figured doing a pop of green would be really fun because it is like a Halloween glam, and I definitely consider green to be a Halloween color. And I'm sorry, I'm going into yet another palette. I'm going to be using my Profusion Metallics eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to use a lighter green, and I'm going to take this shade in Majesty, which is also gorgeous, but it is lighter. I'm going to take this and use this on the inner half of my eye. For my inner corner, I'm going to go back into my Makeup Revolution palette and take this peachy highlighter shade and blend it on my inner corner. I just love this highlighter palette. It's so pretty. I was about to say eyeshadow palette, but it's definitely a highlighter. Like, it's just so intense. And these are really good. I just kind of bought it on a whim earlier this year, and I'm so impressed with it. I'm just going to go over everything and blend. I just take this brush from Real Techniques. I don't even really know. I got it, I know, from Marshall's. I originally had it in my makeup kit, but then I just took it for myself because that kit actually has a lot of brushes in it. But I'm just going over the edges to make it a little bit more seamless, especially in the lower lash line. I'm not going to do it all the way because I feel like it'll blend out some of the product like too much, so I'm just going to leave it probably right here. I just zoomed back out, and now for the final touch, which is lips, I'm going to be using my ColourPop lipstick, and I forget the actual like name of it, but this is the color in What's Your Sign, which is a very brown tone nude, but it actually kind of warms up to a more pink tone, not even like a pinky tone nude, but it kind of warms up to my lip color to not make it as brown. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and just apply it. So now the lipstick is on, you can see the final look. So here's what it looks like. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to check out Angela's channel and her video for this look. I'm so excited to see what she comes up with. If you guys want to check out my horse channel, it is called C&K Equestrian. I'll have it linked down below. I think that's everything. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Talk to you later. Bye.